with the Figaf IRT tool, you normally had to add our module to your SAP PI PO system to be able to test messages. Now we've added a new feature that actually allow you to run it on your local PC without actually installing anything. This has been a popular request by a lot of customers because they do not have the option to install any third-party non-certified stuff on their PI system. And this is what will help with this. So we would not be able to test as much, so maybe we'll do 80% test coverage, whereas with our modules you probably go up to 95% test coverage of the things that make problems. So with this feature you can actually just install it with your regular user, and it is really simply. So let me just show you how to do that. So first off is you would go log into the Figaf IRT, figaf.com/IRT, download the tool, and then you'll get access to this website. Here you can download the SCA file, and once you have done that, you go to your downloads folder, and you simply just click this one, and then it starts up. And it takes like 30 seconds for it to start up and getting all the things up and running out. So let me just pause the video. So now the application has started and it says here go to the configuration page. So we do that, we go to our agents page. Here we add a new agent, and this is our DPO system, and you can obviously add multiple different systems on this. So I'll log in with my normal user. And into our password or host port, and this is our default test system. And then the normal way of doing this would be the IRT agent module, but now we're just adding message logging. We'll enable polling, and this will just create a default system. So if we test our configuration now, we can see that it is working, but it has not run all the other tests yet. So now we're actually ready to start testing, and we would log on to the system. We will say synchronize, and this will download all the different content that we have. We have scenarios here that's called multi. And we'll take these two. So we want to record the next messages being processed on these systems. So we will say record messages. We will create a new test case that is called demo. We want 3 messages for each of these, and we can specify more expressions on what this should be like. So we'll say save. This will then create an option for us to start recording these, and then it will start collecting these messages. So the next 3 messages being processed on these we would be able to download. So we can check our remote messages here to see if there's any messages here. It says there is 6, and it will download these 6 messages in a thread. Let's see if we got for one of them. Let's just wait a few seconds. So now we have all our messages being downloaded. We have 3 inbound and 3 outbound for each of these scenarios. So what we'll do now is we will create or add them to this test case. So we just say create test case. We want to create 3 of each. And now we have a set of test cases. Oh, we don't want to record it. Okay, so we just need to select it correctly. So we can then run these tests, and this will send the message into the PI system, and it will then download the messages the same way. So we can view the status here in the results, and it has status unfinished. So we'll just have to wait a minute or so before it has been sent, and then we can download the result. So now we have downloaded the result, and we can see that there's actually an error in this. So let's take a look what it is. So we go to our view result. We will see our differences, and we can see there's a difference on this date that's changed, and this, I guess, is okay. And we can also see, because we're using the modules, we can see there's a problem on this. So we're saying, hey, we also want to ignore that. And we will do the same for the other one, and then we'll run the test again. So now when we run the test, we can see we're getting a success here because we have set up these ignoring elements. Then it is okay. If the structure then changes further, we know there's something we need to fix in this issue. I hope that this shows you the power of the IRT tool, what it can do, how it works, and that you can install it without having to have an administrator involved in this process. So go check it out, figaf.com/IRT, and it's actually free up to 10 icons and 100 messages. So you can run those tests without even in the free version. So go check it out and see how it works on your system.